Yes. So I welcome you all to the 113th session of Vellore Toastmasters Club. Well, we need to give a very big applause for this itself. Thank you. Well, now, how many of you expect that there will be a session today? First, raise your hands. Okay. Yeah, even I, even I almost didn't expect that we will be having a session this week. So there are actually two types of people. Well, the first set of people are, they say that expectation are very hurting, and don't expect anything from people. You will finally get disappointed. Well, some people in that way. On the other hand, some people will be like, oh yes, if I want to achieve something in life, I have to live in that life now itself. I have to dream how I'm going to be when I reach that position. So some people really told that when you live in that position, the universe will make you the opportunity, and it will arrange the things for you to make that happen. So within this confusion, we enter this session. So we have unexpected Toastmaster with an unexpected theme, and you know, let us see what is she going to do some unexpected things. So before getting into the session, there are some ground rules that are to be followed during this meeting. So please do keep your mobile phones off or put them on silent mode, and please refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. And please do keep your mics muted unless you come on stage. And most importantly, please don't forget to turn on your cameras to witness your beautiful smile. And without further ado, I would like to tell the mission and vision of Toastmasters Club. Well, the mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning experience through which members develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. And what are we waiting for? It's a time to introduce our president, Toastmasters Omni O2.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat, for that wonderful introduction. So, good evening, everyone. Let me officially declare open VTC 113. Today, the September 11th, has a lot of significance, right? India is mourning the death of Queen Elizabeth II. September 11 is also the day of 9/11 of the Twin Towers attack, and today marks the 21st anniversary of the attack and the death anniversary of one of my favorite poets, Subramanya Bharatiyar. In terms of relevancy, let me consider the third fact. We know that Bharatiyar was known for so many things. He was an anti-caste advocate, a freedom fighter, a revolutionary in terms of liberation of women and women's rights, and of course, the most romantic poet. All of his works are plausible and does not need an introduction. But one thing that I have been amazed by is how powerful his words can be when they are being very, very brief. The 4 words of Nan Virven என்று நினைத்தாயோ is enough to bring you goosebumps. One such brief saying of his that only contains 2 words has always made me think, especially that is written for women. Can anyone guess? It is also a very famous tattoo fad that everybody tattoos, which is told by Subramanya Bharatiyar. Same as Nan Virven என்று நினைத்தாயோ, this is also famous. And it's only 2 words. You can even Google if you want. I think everybody loves to Google. Bharat went off camera to Google.
In Google, if I search, it's coming in Tamil only.
Okay, Kriti, you can't read it.
But I got the picture. Asemi,
No, no, no.
don't.
Come on, Mahalakshmi. You're very excited, I can see. Yes, Bharat. Do you have an answer?
Well, actually, Google shows me only Odi Villiard Papa.
My friend, it's
Uh,
about
No, it is like a title, but something that he tells women, especially. Sadhana, do you have an answer?
No.
No. Okay, let me all break it to you. It is Raudiram Palagu, which literally translates to practice anger. Now, if you go to Google and search quotes on anger, I'm sure you're going to get a plethora of quotes on how anger is bad, anger is poison, and how we must avoid it. Amidst all of this, he says, practice to be angry. This saying has prominence in terms of subjugation of anybody and especially women. So there can never be a life where a person lives with immense amount of endurance, right? We need to let things out and show how something has impacted us and our life. And living a life in tolerance is a life wasted. If endurance itself becomes a lifestyle, we will become a pawn in everyone's game and someone very easy to be stamped upon. So I felt that that need to remember this thought-provoking thought saying by Bharatiyar on his death anniversary, and let all of you also know. With that, I'm looking forward to what our Toastmaster of the day has in store for everybody. This is such a fitting theme. Expect the unexpected. While this is the first time we're having a session without a speaker, a prepared speech, I am so curious as to witness what our Toastmaster of the day, Sadhana, has packed for us. For that and more, over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, President. My dear Toastmasters and guests, a very charming welcome to all. This is Toastmaster Sadhana Chidambaram, your Toastmaster of the day. Do you people, okay, do you people know what is the most interesting surprise in our life? Anyone else?
Unexpected events.
Okay, nearly.
Gifts.
What?
Gifts. I said gifts.
Okay, that's great. That's great from your side. But from my vantage view, the most interesting and surprising thing in our next is our next moment. We don't know what's going to happen in our next moment. And that will be surprise sometimes, and that will be unexpected also. And also our next move, we itself don't know what we will think and what we will do at the next moment. So we would have been seen many people taking their horoscope book to the astrologer. Yes, of course, how all are having their family doctor like that, the family astrologer will be also there. So, like from my side, it's okay to have see their belief. That's their belief. We don't want to involve in that. But let's have some kicks and thrill to face our next moves in our lives. And do you know something that our internal beliefs are becoming our external life, which we can tell this in like a எண்ணம் போல் வாழ்க்கை in Tamil. Okay, so it's cool, and let's all expect the unexpected in our life. How our today's session is without speakers as our president. I think this would be our first session without speakers. So guys, expect the unexpected things. But anyways, it's good or bad. Let's move on automatically. It will turns into a tutti and fruit. And now, okay, now be all-time expecter or not expecter, it's all in the people's life. There will be a life-changing moment. We will be there. We will have, right? So how a small letter sending habit or becoming one person's business. For example, do you heard about Tilak Mehat, a small businessman, 13 years old, a small boy who started a business for traveling, taking a particular parcel. Like, for example, why it happened means when he was in 13 years old, he would like to study many books. So from other end of the city, But where his father is working so far and coming very tired of a home, he is not able to ask his father to bring that book from that side, that city. So there is some that unexpected things, he don't want to disturb his father, so he started thinking like many of us are facing this thing. So from one end of the city to another end of the city, some people need something. So for that, why don't we make some couriers with the help of Uber and some kind of things? So he started that business, and this is how this is a life changing. Okay, and this is a life changing moment where he would have. So he didn't expect anything, but with the it happened in his life. So the need and the need and his expectation had becomes this business. So yes, sometimes we are need to fail expectations. Of course, that will change our life suddenly to an entire thing. Let's call upon a game changer general evaluator of the day to give us. Toastmaster Kriti, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. A warm evening. So basically, the whole session is upon to me. I'm the game changer. We have always seen that certain way we expect some things to occur in certain way, and then suddenly that moment comes, which entirely tobbles the game, and it becomes reverse. That moment we call as a game changer. So basically, I'm that for today's session, and with me I have to evaluate. I'll be evaluating the entire session. With me I have my tag team, who's the lucky charm, and the challenger, as well as the grammarian. So now I call upon the timer, Toastmaster Bharat, the lucky charm.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Well, so actually, many people say that time is precious and time is cold, but nobody realizes that time is fortunate. So here I'm there to tell you that it's really fortunate. You know, whatever you think, take things in life. For example, if you want to get committed, it needs some time. Well, not some time, it needs the exact time. And even if you want to get married, and if you want to achieve something in life, and if you want to be something successful, so everything needs a correct time, and that is why it is meant for fortunate. So here I am as a lucky charm, you know and I'm really today a lucky charm because we don't have speaking segment and the evaluation segment. I'll be evaluating only the table topic speaker. So the time limit for the table topic speech is that 1 to 2 minutes, and I'll be raising the green card at 1 minute and the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds and the red card at 2 minutes. And there will be a buffer time of 30 seconds after the speech, and you don't have buffer time before the 1 minute. So be prepare yourself uh, within the time limit, and all the best everyone. Over to Z.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Now I call upon our counter, Toastmaster Pratyusha, who will throw challenges on you. The challenger, Toastmaster Pratyusha.
Obstacles. Every phase of the life, every day we face an obstacle. For me, getting out of bed is also an obstacle to start my day. We all face those, right? So when we find ourselves rattle while speaking, whether we are nervous, distracted, or at a loss of what comes next, it is easy for us to lean on the filler words. This may give us a moment to collect our thoughts before we pass on to the next case. But in some cases, that may be useful indicator for an audience to say that there is a special attention, they should pay in special attention to what comes next. But when we start to overuse them, this become crutch words. Academics call them disinfluencers, which distract from the original message. Happy afternoon, fellow Toastmaster and guest. I am Pratyusha, our counter and the challenger of the today. Here I am to challenge you to not use the crutch words, pause fillers when you're speaking. During the meeting, I'll listen to the overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for the filler sounds like and I'll also note when you're speaking of a repeated words or a phrase such as I, this means, etc. At the end of the meeting, I shall report the number of times each speaker used those expressions. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratyusha. Now I call upon the grammarian, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, who's going to play as a role of mentor in showering us light on the grammar usage and helping us improve our grammar. Over to Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
அனைவருக்கும் எனது மாலை வணக்கங்கள். நான் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி முழுவதும் இலக்கண அறிஞராக உரையாற்ற வந்துள்ளேன். இந்த இடத்தில் எனக்கு வாழ்ப்பு கொடுத்ததற்காக மிக்க நன்றியை அனைவரிடமும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். Wait, you may confused. This is the moment for expect unexpected. Today I'm very happy to be a player role of grammarian. Grammar is a beauty of all the languages. It should be used properly. Suppose if grammar is not used properly, it will change the whole meaning of the sentence. For example, a talented painter starts draw a paint of beautiful face of a girl. He starts painting and mistakenly he replaced the right eye with the left eye. How does it do like? How does it look like? It won't make feel better, right? Like that, likewise, improper grammar usage, any speaking won't make a sense. So I'm here as a mentor, as a grammarian in the sessions. I will take a note of good usage and incorrect usage of grammar or any excellent word while any speaker is talking. And I will come with my report while I call upon. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. So the whole session's feedback is now in my hands. Being the game changer, you have to wait and watch till the end of the session to get my feedback. Thank you. Over to the TMO.
Thank you, game changer. Let's all wait for the session result. Okay. Okay, Sadhana, this is all enough. But did you watch in anybody that for example, if I'm going and asking someone like, do you have any expectation or anything, the person what who answer will be the same, like literally same. So the answering person would be, listen, ma, already I faced lot. I can't face anything, but still I want my loans to get finished. This is how someone's conversations end, according to their lifestyle. But this is not that much worst case. Everyone faces lot. Generally, people would. But we have already faced something like that happens. Either it good or not good. So the person one who faces in their life will expecting, already the people is expecting, but they will tell, I'm not expecting anything in life. But at the end of the thing, they will expect something. But life is inevitably throws us a curveball, unexpected circumstance that reminds us to expect the unexpected. I have come to understand these curveballs are beautiful unfolding of both karma and current. This was a quote which was said by Cat. And so, okay, let me repeat this quote once again for your understanding. Life is inevitable. It throws curveball, unexpected circumstance that reminds us to expect the unexpected. I have come to understand these curveball are beautiful unfolding of both karma and current. So this was a wonderful quote that tells us why we want to why we want to wait for the unexpected things and why we want to not expect a lot of things. Expectation is good, but there should be limit for that. Okay, let me tell you a small story. Like belongs to the expect the unexpected. Okay, before telling the story, let's all open up something. Let us all share one incident from our side that changed our life, or else the changed the thing that you expected but it's not happened. Let's share that in an alphabetical order. Okay, let's all share this at least 2 or 3 lines, what you expected and what is not done, or else this was my life changing moment. So these two things, from these two things, let's all have. So first letter, I think K. Kruti.
Okay, I will tell my life-changing moment.
Wait. When was the first letter K? It was Bharat, right? B.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry, Bharat.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the first speaker. So I need to tell an unexpected moment, right? So what I need to tell? I need to tell something, some moment that is unexpected.
Any moment, or else the thing that you expected but it's not happened. I know you have some flashbacks. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, in everyone's life, we will be expecting that if it happens, it will be more good for our life. And eventually we'll end up that, oh my God, however, it was not happen. And finally, we are happy now. Okay. Well, I had the one scenario in my life in that way. So actually, I have completed my SSLC and then I have completed my 12th standard. And after that, yes, actually, I wanted to join engineering after my 12th, but actually, due to my financial problems, I couldn't join engineering and I joined diploma because I scored little low marks in plus two, but I scored good marks in 10th. So I joined diploma. So after completing diploma, I thought, yes, so this is the right chance, and we got good marks. So I have been a topper in the college. So I have thought we can easily get placed in engineering now. So I told this to my parents, and they were told that, well, actually, you know that we are in what situation we are. So you should go to job, and we really need of your salary, like they told. And that moment, I was really curious about doing engineering, and that moment I thought really disappointed, but I know it's my responsibility to take the family. And yes, so after that I joined job after diploma. And after joining here, it's been 3 years. And after 3 years I have realized that this was the good decision. Actually, in our office, there are people who are working diploma engineering, so many people are working. The field that I chose is that we are going to learn a lot more about the field after we enters here. So this made me realize that now I have become a team lead, and people who have completed engineering who are also working under me. And that made me realize that, so even if we have completed engineering, well, we might be in this position. So I'm really fortunate, and this was one of the unexpected moment that ended up with an happiness. Yes.
Great, Bharat. You took a good decision. So I thought as a Cupid, you will tell me something else, but this was entirely different, and it was actually a appreciable thing, like appreciable. Okay, all the best for your future, and you will develop in your life too. Now, next person, Kriti, right? Yeah. Over to you, Kriti.
Kriti, you're not audible.
Hello. Now I'll speak without earphones. So I will tell one game-changing moment, though there'll be many in future. Till now, one game-changing moment is coming to Hyderabad, which has changed my life. Like if you would have gone to, I thought, like, I never expected that I will come to Hyderabad and my parents will leave me to come to Hyderabad, because during college itself, even though I got good score, I wrote entrance of Amrita college, and as with Manipal, I got listed in that. Even though my parents didn't send me out of Vellore anywhere, like they were like, V8 is a good college, study here only. See, so many people are studying, you also study. So I was like, okay, I studied. Then afterwards, I thought they were like okay with Chennai or Bangalore location. They were not at all happy with the Hyderabad location which I got. And I don't know, I didn't expect that they will agree. And I'm really happy that Hyderabad became my work location. And here the city is very different and it's very nice. I'm happy that I'm not in Bangalore or Chennai, where all my relatives are there. It's like away from relatives. So I'm happy. I didn't expect that my parents will allow me to leave. And I didn't expect I will come to Hyderabad. I expected I'll go to Bangalore or Chennai for work.
Hyderabad is a warm place where they welcome everybody with open arms.
Yeah, correct. True, it is actually. That's from my side.
Great, Kriti. And now let's go for Mahalakshmi.
Life is always throw us unexpected things, right? Which is not happened sometimes, not out of the blue. It was always happen to me. When I am expecting, it won't be happen. When I'm not expecting, it will happen always. Like this, I would like to highlight few moments which I gone through. First, in my schoolings, after completing 10th, I would like to join in a different district, but I didn't. Due to my financial or family backgrounds, I didn't. After that, after job also, immediately finish my colleges. I would like to join in some other states or some other places. No, life hasn't permit me. Now I didn't expect, after 2 years of working in a Vellore, I didn't expect to go out of the Vellore. Suddenly one moment happened. Life forced me to go to somewhere else. So it is good for me. I didn't expect that time. I'm not ready to move out of the Vellore. But everything happened for good, I feel. I always think so like that. I forced to go out of the Vellore. I move on to Chennai. I met lot of unexpected events there. I was very freedom, and still I'm freedom. I can go anywhere. I can sit it in on a morning 5 o'clock at the beach. No one will ask me. No one will stop me. Even the watchman uncle also opened the gate at 5 o'clock or 4:30 also. Last 2-3 months back, I don't have a gang who will go out, or the people go out and enjoy, make a fun. I don't have before this happened. The last time it was happened not by my age group. It was happened to me with 10 years younger to me, younger. The team comes to me suddenly, and we were enjoyed the last 2 months. We did all the funny activities in my life. That is the unexpected moment for me. Thank you.
Great, Mahaka. Okay.
Sadhana is regretting sitting at home.
I will tell when my chance comes. Everything are stuffed inside my heart.
Of course, it will come, but don't expect it. Today
I
or tomorrow.
expected a lot when I got job. That's why I'm having work from home now. I will tell you that. Okay, now let's welcome Pratyusha to take over. Come on, Pratyusha.
Hello, people. Life isn't fair to everybody, right? Few people grow, mature at very young age because of their experience in their life. And then few still remain very immature for their life. For their age, right? It doesn't fair to everybody. It doesn't fair to me too. So I haven't suffered actually very much for a lot financially or at home. My parents are like, cool, நீ முதல்ல வந்து வெளிய போய் தொல்லன்னு அமிச்சிடுற type, but I never step out. Oh, because I like having very like-minded people in your life is very important, right? I have realized this very recently that the circle you make, the friends you meet, if the circle you're in and you doesn't see future similarly, with the same point of view, I guess that is the best to avoid, stay away from them. Because like you would be outgrown in the group, you would be outgrown and they wouldn't no way. They would feel you outcast you. Okay, they would have something very common and people other than you will have something in common and you would feel outgrown and not included in the group, not belonging there. That is not a fair point. That is not fair for us, and being there and troubling them is also not. So I guess having a like-minded people and being with them is one thing. And very recently, I have realized so many things. Early 20s as adulting is for real in my life now. I'm now I realize, okay, we've been like a frog in a well, not knowing anything how the country outside or how the people are there. But now, when we start going out, I guess I would really see myself where I wanted to see myself. This is very beginning for all of it, and my future self would be proud of me for realizing it early and starting it now. That is the very unexpectedly expecting thing happening right now. Life update.
Your perspective is entirely different, but that's great and cool.
Thank you.
Boomer speech number 2, Pratyusha, after ice break. I'm sitting and thinking what she's trying to tell. She's giving, these TED Talk kind of speeches.
Oh, a thing. I never actually, apart from scrolling it on the Instagram, I never heard a TED Talk or any podcasts.
You you are like the female Jay Shetty of VTC.
Oh, I'll take that as a huge compliment. Okay, compliment.
Life lessons from Pratyusha.
One compliment made my day. Oh, made my week. Okay.
Here's the baton, Sadhana. Someone has to give it to you.
Okay. It's okay. Let myself give to me. Sadhana, over to you. Thank you. Okay. You see, I expected a lot. My parents won't send me outside. They pamper. I am a pampered kid actually. They will send my sister also with their friends. Go and come. If I'm telling mom I want to go, she will tell no. If someone gives you chocolate, you just buy and you go with them. Don't want you stay here. She will do. Every time when I go to bus, she will tell this word. If someone gives you something, don't get and eat and don't talk with them. They will talk very sweet, but they are not sweet. Okay, so she will tell everything and she will send me. And see, you don't believe, but this is truth. My parents didn't get us to theater also. I didn't ever see theater in my life, seriously. No theater. They will take me to temple with the parents. So if I want to write any group exams, I will just put group exams for this sake. I want to go outside. So for this sake. So but also my dad will come. He will leave all his work. He will leave all his work and he will come with me. He will stay for the 3 hours with me. And he will wait outside by reading newspaper or scrolling something in his mobile. And he will wait. After I am completing my exam, he will take me to hotels and everything. But they want me. They want to see in my only for me. They won't allow my sisters anywhere. So I was like, oh, my friends will go everywhere. My friends are very very friendly. So I'm very lucky to have them actually. They will call me every day come, let's go here. Let's go to temple. No, my parents will not allow me. I won't come. So after the college second year only, I asked my mom permissions, and then I went to temple, to the Kote temple. Only one time that I went to that. So this is how I went. But so after getting job, my mom told, if you get job, I will allow you anywhere. You can go with your friends. I won't I won't tell you to not go. After getting job, she is telling that you didn't get matured. After getting married, you just go. Oh my God, what is this movie? Like that I'm asking, she's telling simple. You don't know about this world. This world is kind of something she's telling. When you're allowing only, I know to get to know something, mom. If I'm telling that, go with your appa and go learn something and come. So she will tell like that. So I thought after getting job, okay, we will go for Chennai or Bangalore, then we will learn something. Like that I'm thinking. But suddenly my they given, if a kid is longing for something, for chocolate, and if you're giving the chocolate to them, and if you're getting back the chocolate, how the kid will be? So as the same way, my company gave me Bangalore location. I was very pretty happy because as Kriti told, in Bangalore, their relatives will be there, right? So as the same way, Chennai, fully my relatives are there. Okay, Chennai, I didn't get, I got Bangalore, so I'm very happy about it. I was thinking like, okay, let's go to Wonderla one day and let's go with friends at Saturday, Sunday, weekend, anywhere, asking permission from them. Like that, I'm thinking and planned and kept. Suddenly, I got a mail. I got a mail like you converted to Pune location because of the project. That's all. My heart bursted. I cried literally for 2 hours. Seriously, I cried a lot. And I'm scolding God. Why are you doing like this? Me, you don't have anything like that. I'm scolding Sai Baba. So this is how my life. And that's why you all went for Chennai, right? I'm asking for my parents. Toastmasters all are going for Chennai. Please allow me. That's for learning session. I'm just telling. My mom told your dad's not having debt, so just don't want. Next time you will go with your dad. She is telling. So that's why I conveyed to Kriti that they are not allowing me. So this is how I'm seeing Pratyusha and all. Oh my God, she's telling that her parents are going. That's it. This is my story. I expected a lot. Now I am suffering. That's it.
Let's pray they change your location back and give you on-site. In your case, on-site means in India.
That also only Bangalore and Chennai they will allow, not for India.
Okay, let's
They
talk
will
about
come
it.
a day. Freedom
Yeah,
was
when you least expect it.
Yeah. Oh, God turned his eyes to me. See, one day. Now
Just
so
want to
many.
say one thing
Oh,
that
Yeah, Bharat.
actually the mom who fear most is she's a police.
yeah, she's police, but I'm not that much right. She's not very strict on her. She's very friendly, but she won't allow me anyway.
because she knows what is happening really.
The world. So
Yeah.
she's like associating everything with
She's
her
very
daughter.
Not allowing us.
fear
No.
and afraid. Like how can I send my daughter anyway like that? Okay.
Even my mom, if she reads a news where women are getting targeted, she associates it with me. I'm like, I am not even going to be present in that situation. Why would I put myself in that situation? The lack of trust they have in their own kids is the main reason for all of these confusions. Yes, Maha, you were about to tell something.
No. Sadhana mom allow her sister no go out.
Yeah, you have an elder or younger sister?
Younger.
Okay.
But she's very brave rather than me. It's okay, but she's very.
I think Sadhana only showed up. She's a pampered kid. She needs
Oh,
some
she
support.
looks so innocent.
No, you know what? If my dad scolds me and my sister won't talk like for 2 days. She will wait until my dad talk, but not like. If he buys something and giving to me, I will just get it and I will just speak with them. So I think so. They are doing.
He's a rebel child.
Yeah.
You should start becoming a rebel child.
No, they are not respecting me.
Mainly ancient women should be a rebel children.
Sadhana Raudiram Paraga suits you.
We'll take it and we'll make it.
Okay, since everybody's speaking about, we are in the prime of our education and career and all that, so let me also jump the wagon and speak something related to it. So the one thing that has been happening in our lives, in the pre-final year people's life and final year people's life right now, is placements, right? So my placement started way back in March end, but it was March, April, and May. After 3 months, almost all of the people that I had known in college who sat beside me had gotten placed in some company or the other. But it took me, some of them had even given 10 interviews by then, by 2.5 months. But it took me 3 months to get one interview, and I gave my first interview on May 30th this year. And at that point of time, I couldn't find someone like in my circle who was not placed other than Pratyusha. So everybody was already placed and they were celebrating going to vacations, going to even Goa, etc. And there I was sitting where I only had energy in my body to give one interview and get selected. The rejection of an interview was something that I could not put up with. So I took all the help I could, prepared very well for the interview and gave the interview. And that was the first interview of my life. And I expected it to go very bad, and I expected it to crash down, but it was actually very, very nice and comforting. There were two interviews who were really comforting. And after 30 minutes of the interview, it was all positive from their side, where to the point where they even asked me which domain I wanted to work in. So if that question is put to your face, what are you supposed to think? That you are selected, right? But then the results came a week later and my name was not there in about 24 people. But this was actually a practice for a lot of people. By that time, Pratyusha had given like 4 to 5 interviews and she was at least used to the game. 3. Okay. But that was my first interview and I took the rejection so personally. And that is when I, remembered I thought this is the best company that I could ever get placed in. And there cannot be a company that would come, which would, be even greater than this. But then I did not. And in 15 days time, I gave my second interview. And so that is when I gave my second interview for this second company. I had applied in the month of April, and we had all lost hope that they would even come for interviews because they came in April, but they took their interviews in June. So we had almost lost hope that this company, that my first interview company, was the one that is the last best company that my batch could get in the dream category. So all lost hope. I was sitting after the first interview, but then it came this second company that I had first applied and gave my interview. And in a month's time, that too, I got a response mail from the HR. So that is my the unexpected story. So if today you ask me, like, do I regret not getting selected in the first company? Not at all, because of course I did not expect that something that came in the month of April would come for interviews 2 months later. That is the most unexpected one, because everything was uncertain. Who would have thought? So that company, the second company that I got placed in, was Bosch. And something, wherever I go and say that I am placed in Bosch, everybody knows what Bosch is. Of course, the first company was also good, but come on, guys, it's Bosch. So expect the unexpected is what happened here in my life, and it all turned out to be good. And where people used to say, the more you wait, your results would be merrier, is what exactly worked in my case. Over to you, Sadhana.
And now Sauni also has another offer.
Oh, no, Pratyusha, no.
She has.
No.
Okay. Let her see it on her phone.
Okay, learn something from so many. So expect the unexpected. That's it. So everyone have their life something, right? So they learned something from the expected things, and that's it. And thank you for all to share their wonderful things to me. And now let's get into our life to get more interesting. Let's call our spring season toast TTM of the day to bring brightness to add up this session. TTM Toastmasters Saumini, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhana. So the purpose of table topics is to practice our impromptu speaking skills and challenge ourselves by thinking on our feet. We usually have a table topics segment with the table topics master, that is me, assigning a speech topic to either a Toastmaster or guest to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. But today is a bit different. As the Toastmaster of the day has given us a theme, expect the unexpected. We cannot go ahead and have our usual conventional way of conducting this segment, right? So let's take a turn and change the trajectory of this segment. Now, as Toastmasters, there's one thing that fuels us and brings our speeches to life. What is it? The one thing that brings all of our speeches to life. Come on, guys, you all love it. No, Kriti, you're not audible.
I said storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely. Storytelling. Oh, how much do we love to tell a story in our speeches to captivate our audience? Today, every one of you is going to take part in impromptu storytelling and continue our stories for a minimum of 30 seconds from where your previous speaker has left. For this, I will need the order of speakers to volunteer. Timer makes sure that a speaker needs to speak for at least 30 seconds to qualify. The first person will be getting an opening line from me and speak. And the next person will continue the story from where the previous speaker has left. So who's going to be my first speaker? Okay, Kriti. The second speaker? Okay. Pratyusha. Then the third speaker is Sadhana. Then the fourth speaker is Mahalakshmi. And the fifth speaker is Bharat. Bharat, don't worry, when you come to speak, I'll time your speech. Okay. So Kriti. So the order of speakers is Kriti, Pratyusha, Sadhana, Mahalakshmi, and Bharat. Okay. So the opening line for you, Kriti, is, it is 2 in the morning. I'm standing in the middle of my lab all alone and accidentally find the cure to. It's 2 in the morning. I'm standing in the middle of my lab all alone and accidentally find the cure to Toastmaster Kriti.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll just check my time card. Is it visible on?
Okay.
So can someone allow me
I'll
to
get it
share
time
this?
to think also.
Kriti, give Bharat the permission to screen share.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah.
So actually we can keep the custom time, right?
Yeah.
So how much shall I put for green light?
30 seconds.
Okay.
1 minute. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay. What is it saying?
You can use your stopwatch, Bharat, clock on phone.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm ready with the timer. So you can start. I'll start the timing.
Okay, I'll start. So it is 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm in the lab, disappointed and worried and irritated by all my colleagues who always want, whenever we want to go out, always thinks about shawarma. They are always focused on this shawarma. Let's go eat shawarma. if I'll tell them let's go to this restaurant, no, let's go on each other. But there's so much dedicated. So what happens is suddenly I'm thinking about it, and I'm so disappointed. I try different several combinations how to make them leave that taste of shawarma and that craziness for shawarma. How to change their mind to not eat shawarma and come to vegetarian, because vegetarian also has lot of options. Why do they don't think about it? So accidentally I invent some poisonous gas where I drop it and they all forget about this shawarma thing going in their mind, and they come with me to eat a vegetarian food where there are a lot of options like Burmese food. There's so many Thai curry. Then there's several cuisines also in vegetarian. I want them all to experience that before telling that non-veg. For every time they want to go out, they'll just picking up only non-veg options. There are vegetarian options which can be picked and which can be enjoyed by everyone and relished in their mouth. The flavors of vegetarian. Actually, so that's the thing. Accidentally, I find that poisonous gas, that bomb to put in that atmosphere wherever, whenever my friends keep when I tell let's go out, whenever they start thinking it, I want to put that gas there so that their mind change and they'll tell, come Kriti, we'll go to this vegetarian restaurant and let's have veg food. And then which I'll be very happy. So this I have found out, this poisons, yeah, which I will use it whenever this happens in the office along. Next, I guess.
Next is Toastmaster Pratyusha.
Timer, you can start the timing.
Yeah, okay.
Since I have actually found the cure, now I want to use it. And actually have all of my friends forget that biryani or shawarma is the only food on earth which is an emotion, an unwanted emotion, and want them to equally value a vegetarian biryani, identify a vegetarian biryani as a biryani and vegetarian as a food, actual food. So I took them to a nice a food stall place at the roadside where they have all snack items of vegetarian, where I introduced them momos, a good pasta made, the sauce made of different sneaky vegetables in it, which is actually healthy, also tasty at the same time. So every time I wanted them to actually try the nutritious food, and I forget the taste of shawarma. I always carried this in my bag so that every time somebody speaks about shawarma or biryani, I drop it on the floor and everybody forgets the food that actually existed, and there are so many food that they can try. Yes.
Toastmaster Sadhana.
You can start it. Now, let me jump into it. And I will just, I'm the third person. I'm one who is looking Kriti's and Pratyusha's conversation and looking over why these people are so much interested in vegetarian. Let's make them to prove something. So Kriti introduced a poisonous bomb, right? So I am the lab technician there. So I want to do some alternate thing, like poison, how to capture that poisonous gas into, turn it over to Kriti itself. And I make her to speak like, wow, hey, non-veg is very great. What is belongs to vegetarian, like that to Pratyusha. Pratyusha will think like, oh my God, she started vegetarian and now I'm alone. Everyone are talking about non-vegetarian. So I used to find that kind of a gas and I just spray it to the Kriti's almost. And Kriti will speak starting like that. And after Pratyusha will tell, oh my God, I'm standing alone. Why can't we go somewhere else? Okay, can anyone speak about a vegetarian? She used to talk. So that time I will be there and I used to tell that, okay, let's have vegetarian as well as a non-vegetarian. If you won't eat vegetarian, but as a non-vegetarian, I can eat both the things. So we used to all eat both the things as well. So Kriti will stand here, what we have to eat now. Actually, Kriti will think like, oh my God, I'm speaking about vegetarian. Suddenly I changed to non-vegetarian. Why I'm doing like this? My mouth is not, like my tongue is not listening to my mind. So like that she will think. After that, I will just take and hide that gas, like alternate poison gas, and I just take that alternate poison gas to Kriti, and everyone will, the vegetarian will also started talking about non-vegetarian food proudly. That's it. How do you?
Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Okay, timer, you can start. I'm also one among them. Uh, I'm a neutral person. I won't anybody forced to eat vegetarian or non-vegetarian. I'm watching that Kriti always throw a bomb in the circumference and to change the mind, right? And I'm noticed that Sadhana is noting Kriti's activity. She is throwing any bomb and changing the mind. That's why I went to the Sadhana's place as a technician lab in the lab, and I saw that I saw in the hide place. I saw that Sadhana is doing some kind of bomb, some equations to make feel another taste. I'm watching that. So I keep it in mind. I went to the party where Sadhana told everyone whichever food you want you eat. That time I said nearby Kriti. I'm seeing Kriti. See, listen my words carefully. Sadhana preparing another kind of bomb. So you can so it change your mindset. So be careful. So Kriti is alerted now, and not she is alerted even though she can't with the some kind of a bomb. No, she can't react. Her mind is not in her control. So she reacted in a different way. So I mingled with the two bombs, and it formed another bomb. So our mind has been neutral. Now Kriti and Pratiksha has changed to their old version. Like they want to eat a good vegetarian food, and Sadhana wants to eat a non-vegetarian food as they want. I'm the neutral person always. Now I over to you, Toastmaster Bharat, to continue this.
Toastmaster Bharat.
How many can you do the timer? Yes. So as everyone is speaking about food, well, I would like to specially mention that as I'm living in Bangalore, well, I hope many of us might have tasted food in Bangalore. You know that sambar will almost look taste like. I mean, it will be too. I mean, it will never be spicy. Okay, most of us will get confused whether they are putting jaggery or sugar in the sambar. Yeah, we still are in confusion. But as we are cooking in home, that makes real more fun. So we are not facing that issue. I mean, we are not facing that problem of having that sambar, and we can happily cooking food. And the cooking makes more interesting when it becomes you got to fight with the people that what to say. So you are going to be the next turn, and you have to think a lot of things that what you're going to cook tomorrow. And especially, so actually we are totally 5 people in the room, and we'll be cooking everyone in each day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it almost like so finally we found that cooking is more easy than washing the vessels. Yes, because we'll be putting a lot of energy in cooking, and after we completely ate, and when we feel sleepy and tired, and it is a time to wash the vessels. So most of the time we might not wash the vessels in the night, and we'll be washing it in the morning, and we'll be cooking in the what to say, in the hurry burry situation. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. So when I gave the topic that you're standing in your lab at 2 a.m., you're finding the cure to something, I thought all of you would like start speaking something about curing a disease that is prevalent in the world. But somehow it started with making about veg versus non-veg, and someone making a third bomb out of it. Guys, you should be talking about cure, not building bombs. So one thing that is sure is that all of us in VTC could have the potential to become good crime novelists. And let's all put a wrap on this story and probably copyright it as VTC's story. So with that, with such an unexpected story that was spun out, let me hand over the dais to the Toastmaster of the day.
That was fun-filled session. Thank you for the DTM of the day to choosing this storytelling thing. I thought the entire thing will become different when you told about lab. So either Kriti will take about our college lab or else some other like what you are told. But entirely the poisonous bomb came.
I thought she would talk about COVID.
COVID or
Seriously.
diseases like cancer, things like that. But the biggest problem in Kriti's life is the non-vegetarians.
I related to my real current situation. So
And then a cure was created for the cure. And then both cures got together and they became poison. And someone had to create a cure for that poison. Wow. What an unexpected story. Great job, guys.
Yep. Okay. Thank you all for this wonderful talks. Now, I already told you I will tell you some story. Okay, let me tell that story. There was a company where CEO and CFO are gathered for seeing their employee, and they decided to divide them in two groups. The top performing stars were assigned for a group A, and they sent to that particular person's group A persons in penthouse. And while the rest of employees were assigned to the group B session, where they sent to the cafeteria. First off sent to penthouse and second off sent to cafeteria. Members of both groups were speculating about the reason for why they divided us and what's the news they are going to receive. Naturally, the cafeteria crew people are expecting they are expecting that worst things were going to happen. Why? Because they are planning because the top performance are went to group A, so they are going to get rises in bonus and promotions, everything. But what really happened? The CEO and CFO conferred in an office, and each of the headed, both the headed, stayed in one room. And the CEO went to the penthouse to meet two employees, that players, while the CFO is entered into cafeteria to speak with other team members. It was difficult conversation on all count. Why? Because they are not only the members, but the company is also going to lose money because of the people who thinking downside, upside. So next, to say a float, the CEO wringing his hand, looked to the team straight to the eyes, and they are telling that you have been the best, and you did all the things in a great way. So let our organization proud about you. But we no longer have the resource to keep you here. With the statement, he informed that them we are being to let go, and they should go back to their personal effect. And here, coming to your cafeteria stage, the CFO walked into the cafeteria, and where many people are present drinking water, and third and fourth event are happening with a cup of coffee. So as they brace themselves for what they are sure was there was a bad news, he greeted them in a polite way and thanked them for the effort during the challenging time the transition had happened to the companies. So he's telling that he that informed them that we have been losing money, and to stay vital, we have decided to downside the percentage of our stocks. Everyone will have a buckle down, and they are doing they are doing a double duty. So if you're going to do a double duty, we are going to regroup you in a team, and we are going to get a work for it. So with that, they informed that your job was very safe, but your work time is going to increase. So these two members came here to see how the persons are understanding one another. So group A people and group B people. But what actually they done is they get feared of one another. Whether they will get a higher salary or higher increment, how can they get? So like that. So the CEO and CFO are just evaluating them, how unitedly they are working. Why? Because they've seen some loss in their company. So because of that, they are thinking that every company's employee should be unique and united. They should not leave one another at any place in case of companies downside. So they decided to finish off the job, the person one who is against to one another. So they just CEO is watching group A people, how they are, whether they are polite or they are rude, and they are picking up some persons, wrong persons to get off company, and they are picking from group B to get off company. This was an unexpected thing for the people. So everyone are thinking like the cafeteria people are thinking they are very good at their place, and that penthouse people are thinking that so they are not working properly, they are going to lose them. So like that they are thinking. So the person one who thinks like that, the expectation they become they kept high. So that become entirely worked out. So what the smart work that was done by CEO and CFO is picking them very clearly about what they want and what they don't want from the company, and what are they thinking about that penthouse people, and what are they thinking about this those people cafeteria. So after taking this decision, they just entirely remove the people one who's not working properly and doing some wrong kind of things. They done in a flexible way. So this is how to they expected something, but unexpectedly happened something. So the company was running properly because of that particular idea. And this is how the modern intellect, many companies are doing this kind of things, like testing the employee whether they are working properly with the expected things. So the CEO and CFO are coming to understand that what people are actually expecting from our company to work hard, and how they are mentally stressed because of those kind of things like that. So this is one of the good example for expecting the unexpected things. So the person one who expected a lot, they become they become very low, because of they expected they will increase their salary, they will remove some people. So they like that the people will think, because of thinking like that they get unhired. So because of that expectation, they get anger from the company, anger for the company, and also they get angry because of that group A people. They people only said something, that's why we are going. So that kind of mentality will bring when you're overly expecting. So that's why I'm telling expectation is good, but that should be in a limit, and that should be within us, that should follow your own rules, and that's it. So this was a story I would like to tell you people to think. Now let's call upon a game changer to see the evaluation of them. General evaluator, over to you.
Thank you, Tiyamuri. So now I call upon, let's start evaluating. Since we don't have evaluators, I'll call our tag team for the evaluation. So let me call upon the timer, Toastmaster Bharat, with his timer report.
Yes. So thank you, Toastmaster Kriti, the game changer, for the opportunity. So here the lucky charm for giving the time report. So in the storytelling segment, so Toastmaster Kriti has taken 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So actually, she is the person who spoke more in that storytelling. So we would like to congratulate her. And Toastmaster Pratyusha has taken 1 minute and 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Sadhana has taken 1 minute and 17 seconds. And Toastmaster Mahalakshmi has taken 1 minute and 50 seconds. And Toastmaster Bharat has taken
1 minute 40 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Now let's call upon our counter of the day, Toastmaster Pratyusha, the challenger.
I see the challenge was well received by every one of you. Now let me walk you through the report. The report is categorized into three. First, less than 5 kilowords. Second is between 5 to 10. And then third is more than 10 kilowords. First, the general evaluator of the day, Kriti, used less than 5 kilowords. Saumini had 1 to 2 kilowords. And Toastmaster Mahalakshmi took kilowatt, falls under the second category between 5 to 10 kilowords. Sadhana had between 5 to 10 kilowords. Bharat had less than 5 kilowords. And myself had less than 5 kilowords. The only mantra for us to eliminate crutch words is to embrace the pauses. Using the pauses between each sentence we speak, grabs the attention of audience and then have them alert for what we say next. So I guess this will be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratyusha. Now let's call upon our grammarian of the day, the mentor Toastmaster Mahalakshmi.
Okay, welcome back. Sorry for, first of all, I would like to ask sorry because I didn't mention the word of the day, so that I put it in the chat box. The word of the day is out of the blue, which means without warning or unexpectedly. I have to give examples that one day in 2024 December, we had a tsunami which destroyed everyone's life. Second one, anyone want to try this? Try this out of the move.
Out of the blue in Hyderabad, it's suddenly raining.
Thank you for using this word.
Pandemic came out of blue.
Flooding in Bangalore.
Yeah, it's true. Everyone's suffering. Anyone?
Out
Pratiksha?
of blue, we suffered from COVID.
Yes. Thank you for participating this. And about my report, I literally drawn this wonderful sessions. I didn't note it down any points. So I have noted down few attracted word in the sessions. That is, as Saumini said, like Rautram Paragu, it is in practice to be anger and outgrown, outcasting, rebel, a person, rise in opposition, and like-minded people. Like-minded people means lacking in seriousness. Cuisine. I like what Kruti used in the word cuisine. Cuisine, like it is perfectly good. So I would like to use the word also. Everyone use the word cuisine, and this is all the things I have noted down. And I have one information that last time we had discussed about like a active listener segment. So I would like to use this moment to elaborate that. I think it's going to end off this session. So after our general evaluator report, we have 1 minute of time. I will ask, as a secretary, I will ask a question, 1 or 2 questions. Those who are able to answer this question, who will be awarded as a active listener. We will show the award in our group chats. Okay, after our general evaluator report, I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mahalakshmi. So coming to my report, I would like kudos to everyone for making this session a wonderful success and fun-filled session where we all were our own versions. We were not we were not enforced to perform well and all. We were all by ourselves and we were all in our best versions. So kudos to you all. So coming to the meeting starting time, we were 10 minutes late to the session. We started at 4:40. I request everyone to at least come 5 minutes, at least 10 minutes earlier, 4:20. Just on the session, don't need to on your camera and all. Just come there so we can start at time. And we can also have discussions. Like we meet after a long time. So when the meeting ends, we tend to leave soon if we have other plans. But when we come early, we can talk, we can interact with the people before the meeting is being started. And coming to the essay, he started the session with a broad smile on his face. And as expected, Bharat always comes up, knows the way how to start the session. And I guess the topic was introduced by him first itself. It's okay as we were there, but when guests are there, let's try to misguise the topic and let's not put the topic forward before itself. And it was otherwise everything was well delivered by Bharat. Then coming to our presiding officer, she had a beautiful intro and cheerful start to the meeting, good kick start. And gave us information about this Bharatiya's poet Bharatiya's on death anniversary. We got to know about it, and we got to know about the tattoo. A good informational start was given by Toastmaster Saumini. And coming to the tag team, timing limits were well explained by Toastmaster Bharat, as well as in his report also he mentioned the timings of the table topic. And it was also related to the team. And the beautiful thing is everyone followed the team. Everyone played were according to the team. No one were outside, or no one was like away from the team. All were coming on the point to the team. Everyone was speaking. All had their something to related to the team today. That was the most interesting part, thing which I felt in today's session. I hope guests were there and they would have enjoyed the session totally. Coming to the counter, Toastmaster Pratyusha, she started really well of her delivery of accounts, and coming to a report also, she gave different all the three categories she mentioned. She mentioned the accounts, how much we were each and everyone had in their speech. Um, then it was good, like well a script of hers of our counter. Coming to grammarian Toastmaster Mahalakshmi, even though she everything was like good, but even though she forgot the word of the day, she had put it in the chat. It was very good of her to put it in the chat after her when the introduction of grammarian was over. And she also lastly I liked it that you instead of as you couldn't make it in first, you made it in last, and you asked some people to try out the word. It was very good of you. Or else you would have left like that itself. Word introduced, no one said okay, that's it, done. But you made everyone to try it at the last of the session also. So like even you came to give your report, really liked it. And coming to the table topic master, really good innovative ways, Toastmaster. So many yours. We never had, I think we had form of acted, but table topic, in the form of table topics we didn't have. And I got to know each and everyone has a creative mind, has a lot of creativity to put. And I have seen everyone have grown really well in delivering speeches. I don't know, all are becoming pros here. All delivered it really well. I think we all have the skills. We just need little bit of nurturing. That's it. We'll be amazing public speakers. If we have all developed those skills. Only we need how to nurture it a little bit here and there, or else everyone have creative minds and all has something to say. No one can speak out without fear. I guess all would have overcome the fear a little bit of when our impromptu speaking skills comes in place. So I guess everyone will take part in further table topic sessions also. Then coming to the TM Modi, I really loved it. Even loved your team, like totally unexpected, really amazing. You had story, then you asked us to tell about, we all spoke about our life. It was like so friendly session, so like we all were able to connect to our own lives, and we all were happy to share our own stories with each other. And it felt really amazing that we have someone to, this is the session where we can share out, we can bring our thoughts into actions here, what all we are feeling, instead of telling someone. It's like we openly said here, this session was really amazing. No, your whole script was amazing. And you had certain sayings also in between. The thing is, after this session, I want you to, I know you would have prepared a script for this. I want you to write a little bit script and send it in the group so we can also remember. We can have it, because I guess you would have prepared along for this, like the scripts. So some bits can be put in the group also, so for other people also to get to know about it. So it doesn't just end with the session. Instead of people seeing the video, they can we can put it in points, what all happened in the session. Like we all script some point, the things which we all missed. We can again read it and we can keep it in our mind. That's it. And yeah, there are a lot of takeaways in the session also by each and everyone. All showered their own light on this expect the unexpected topic. All gave their own stories and all. I so wish guests were there and they would have totally enjoyed the session. I hope you all guys also be the same version of yourself, like in further sessions also. No pressure of be performing well and all. Let's be impromptu and let's have fun and let's enjoy our own version, because I can see everyone spoke really well and it was amazing session entirely. Yeah. That's it. That is my report. Thank you. Over to the TM.
Thank you, Game Changer and team, for your detailed reports. Ladies and gentlemen, hope we all had a wonderful session. I give you something to carry away. Here, I'm having something to give you to carry away from the session. Okay. We can expecting something is good. If you are expecting something is good, until and unless you worked hard for it. Okay. If else, do not expect. Just don't expect. You would have heard this quote like from everyone, most probably. Like expectation kills. But the word comes from only the one who expected already and get hurted because of that. So I'm here to tell you that that it's expecting is good, expectation is good, but within your limits, have your own rules and follow it. If it clicks, okay. If not, just change your formula to achieve it. That's it. Just don't be stubborn on that kind of things. Thank you for the precious time, Toastmasters and guests. Before going to conclude, let's have a short quote. Expect the unexpected, believe in the unbelievable, achieve the unachievable. Expect the unexpected, believe in the unbelievable, achieve the unachievable. That's it. Thank you all once again. Over to the President.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for this wonderful theme and for probably for the first time, and also making us believe that we could have a session, an official session without a speech and still be able to enjoy it and bring something to the table and take away from it. So thank you so much for that, Sadhana. Not a moment in this session did we all lose energy. And probably the first time that most of us had our videos on because we were completely involved in the session. And this session also brought all of us in VTC a bit closer to each other. So let's all be glad that this session happened. So with that positive note and hoping for further sessions like this, let's all keep up the same energy. Let me adjourn VTC 113.
So many active listeners, Parth.